psychopath has his mother in the corner, am I right? I mean, look at Ed Gein's freaky ass. But that's right, today we're going to be talking about Mother Firefly from House of a Thousand Corpses. This one is a fan request, so if you have any videos that you want to see about anything horror, comment down below. Mother Firefly is a very important character to the Firefly family and the entire first and second movie. What up, y'all? Welcome back to Fandom of the Indie Review. I'm your host. He ain't even got a bicycle, Dill. We are on the journey of 4,000 subscribers by Thanksgiving, so if you want to sit at a dinner table, eat some turkey, and ask about the lore of Dr. Satan, hell yeah, come hang out with me and give me a shabby. Gloria Teasdale, better known as Mother Firefly, is a major antagonist in the House of a Thousand Corpses movies. And yes, she is the mother of Rufus, Tiny, Vera Ellen, aka Baby, and they even have a stillborn baby that they keep in a jar that she named Little Wolf. She is married to Captain Spaulding, which a lot of people don't know this in the first movie. I mean, if you're a diehard fan, you obviously do. When Captain Spaulding came to town, they rekindled a flame. She was previously married to Earl Firefly, who went crazy one day trying to kill Tiny. I have a video talking about that if you want to check it out. Together with her family, she always celebrates a special ritual on Halloween, and with Otis coming into town, kind of acting as the leader of the family, all this crazy and insane rituals and sacrifices to Dr. Satan has always stemmed from her and her family. Otis just kind of joined along. As we know, the ritual includes kidnapping, torturing, and murdering innocent victims who are unlucky enough to approach the farm. However, in this situation, we all know these kids kind of went looking for the farm, like Captain Spaulding says, trying to solve the Great Deadwood mystery, and they fucked around and found out. And the one thing that is genuinely disturbing, especially about Mama Firefly, is on the surface level, when people first meet them, they are very friendly and they are very welcoming. Obviously, it's a false hospitality, it's a trap. They're really trying to, comfort their victims, even though they're odd characters. But a part of me does believe that they are genuine and they aren't as evil. And you see in the movies a lot, their chemistry and familyness together is there. Like a lot of times in horror movies, when there's a family of evil psychopaths, you never get any sympathy cards or emotional connections between them other than their villainy. But I feel like throughout these three movies, and with Mama Firefly being the backbone, you do see some glimpses of humanity in them. Just like the rest of her family, Mama Firefly obviously is mentally ill and went mad with the whole lore and fascination of Dr. Satan. I mean, I don't agree to it, but to an extent, you gotta understand when Earl went crazy, tried to kill Tiny, tried to burn down the entire house, and now you know he's living in an underground, insanely complex system with a demon ghost who is doing brain surgery on random victims. I mean, that would make you a little cuckoo too. Karen Black plays Mama Firefly, and I feel like she does a fantastic job in the first movie. Her warm welcoming to the family at first is very intricate. Her love and passion for Halloween, how dedicated she is, how caring she is to her kids. She invites the victims to dinner. And even though there are sparks of insanity in her eyes, in her laugh, and glimpses of her psychoticness, I feel like she does that ironically have that motherly love. And on the eve of Halloween, when Baby and Rufus manage to lure the students into the House of a Thousand Corpses, Mama is there to pretty much orchestrate it all. And I feel like she comes heavily vital into the movie when Sheriff Frank Houston, his deputy, and Denise's father all end up becoming lured to the Firefly family farm when they're going to look for Denise and the kids. She has a very vital, crucial part when she's the one tasked with talking to Sheriff, looking at photos of the victims. Obviously, she knows they're all being tormented in the back of the house and she has to keep a straight face. And ultimately, she is the one who kills the Sheriff to get the heat off the Firefly family's back. And though, yes, Tiny doesn't speak much, he has a very integral moment in the film. Obviously, Baby, she ends up becoming probably one of the most iconic and vital pieces of the entire Firefly family lore, in my humble opinion. But her son Rufus T. Firefly goes unnoticed as well. And there's not really much known about his character other than his contributions to the family and the backbone of the villainy. From, he's the one that shot the tire of the car, he's the one that collects the cars, he has the tow truck. And though his role in The Devil's Rejects was minimal, I feel like you could argue it was a very noble and important thing that he did in that movie for the family. I also mentioned that in my Firefly family member ranking video, so check that one out too. I'm just trying not to repeat the same stuff too much. But yeah, between Mama and Captain Spaulding adopting the Marauder of Otis, I feel like when Otis lived with them more up in the attic doing this crazy stuff, it was more of a perfect fit for their family. But as the movies go on, Otis becomes more the leader of the pack, but that was not always the case. And a crazy thing too is even though she knows about the lore of Dr. Satan, how her first husband Earl is working for him, when Jerry asks about this, she kind of turns a blind eye. And then even towards the end of the movie when they go to do the sacrificial ritual, she seems to be the one most excited for it. Obviously, Otis is leading the pack. Baby just wants chaos. Rufus and Tiny are helping along with Grandpa Hugo, but she seems the most excited. There's this one scene too where Jerry begs and pleads for his life and he's like, please don't do this, please just let us go, we'll never tell. And she gives him this disgusting laugh and just kisses him on his lip. Like, she finds this fascinating because, I mean, I'm gonna be real with you, she does have a sex appeal that Jerry does kind of fall for, and I'm sure in her younger years, if there's a backstory in other movies, she probably used that to her advantage, which is kind of ironic because Baby doesn't quite do that for herself, as we see how physically attractive Baby is in terms of this movie and the family. She never really uses that appeal to lure people other than Bill, but I'm sure she got that from her mom. And you know what? I'm gonna be real with you. I always thought that for the Devil's Rejects, they replaced Karen Black's mother, Firefly, with a different actress because I knew Karen Black passed away, but I messed up the knowledge and I thought because she passed away that they had to replace her, but it turns out she died in 2013, so this movie came out far before then. But Karen Black, who played the role in the first film, was reportedly asking for a significantly higher salary to reprise her role, which Rob Zombie couldn't afford, and he's like, why? So instead they casted Leslie Eastbrook, who I feel like does the job well. I mean, I'm one of those purists, sue me, where when they have to recast a role for a movie or a TV series, it just kind of takes the realism away from me. I know it happens, it's just Hollywood. I mean, you can believe in supernatural stuff, but you can't believe in a different actor. It just frustrates me, but this new actress for the Devil's Reject does do very well. And the crazy thing with Mother Firefly, she is the only family member of the Fireflies to be arrested by the SWAT team during that raid at the beginning of the movie. She does attempt to commit suicide, mockingly telling Sheriff, but as she's taunting him, be like, you won't do shit, I killed your brother, the gun doesn't have any bullets. And while she's being interrogated, she gleefully, joyfully, wholeheartedly tells Wydell, I killed your brother, bro. What are you gonna do about it? She's gotten away with so much murder and chaos in her lifetime that she ain't scared of nothing. But she does meet her match with Sheriff Wydell, who is very ruthless and brutal to her, showing a little bit of fear in Mama Firefly's eyes. And a crazy thing that Rob Zombie does in these movies is, yes, the Fireflies are the bad guys. Sheriff Wydell just wants redemption for his brother's death. Sheriff Wydell is justified in being upset, but when he brutally kills Mama Firefly in that interrogation scene and he twists a knife into her and brutally guts her, you feel for Mama Firefly, because in a weird way, these antagonists are the anti-heroes of the film. And again, they oftentimes, like with Wydell, they make the good guys seem more bad than they are. Like when he gets very aroused by the idea of killing Mama Firefly, he could have just been like so upset that he did it, but he shows more of a brutal nature, and that's, you're like, yo, that's just as messed up as her killing your brother. But yeah, she's a very important, integral piece to the House of a Thousand franchise and the Devil's Rejects movies. Not so much in 3 from Hell, obviously, but she's a great character. And the fact that she is the mother of the family, and you can see how much Baby cares about her when they're laughing with each other, when they're talking. Obviously, Tiny is a mama's boy. Rufus, I'm sure we don't know too much information about him, but I'm sure he loved her too. And at the end of the day, having a crazy family helmed by a sadistic mother is a very haunting aspect, if you ask me. I feel like she's just a forgotten character that proves throughout the movies her vital standpoints, you know, from killing Sheriff Wydell to being the one to orchestrate all the brutal kills with her family, to even the Devil's Rejects. Well, alright guys, that's the video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Comment down below what you thought about the video. Do you like Mama Firefly? Which actress did you like better? I like Karen Black, of course. Did you think her role in The Devil's Rejects, Mama Firefly's role in The Devil's Rejects, was just as important as I did? Let me know. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, give me a thumber, hit that ding-a-ling button harassing you, telling you, hey, it's me, I'm here, and I'm gonna say it 1 time for the 1 time, and 2 times for the O's. Give me a hell yeah for horror.
Oh, Tiny ain't got no car. He ain't even got a bicycle.